Hello guys. Okay, so I'm here again. Also I don't have the PDF, but it's okay because we have the books. So guys, let's continue where we stopped. Okay. So we stopped on page 79. We talked about get used to, would, what is the difference between them. And I asked you to do some exercise 6 and 7, okay? I'm gonna give you the correction because I think it's more clear, okay? But you didn't ask me, so I hope you understood and you don't have any doubts, okay? All right, so let's moving on to page 80. Exercise 9, vocabulary. So guys, this exercise here, I'm gonna give you a vocabulary exercise, a vocabulary activity to help you do the difference between what is about hair, what is about face, build in general, okay? But you can try. We have some, read the article on page 78. And what does Mark Boyle look like now? Do you think he looked the same 10 years ago? Why? So you're gonna put these words and phrases from the box in the appropriate categories in the table below. Okay? So I'm gonna give you an exercise like I did in the previous class about a vocabulary, about these two, don't worry. Okay? Não se preocupe. And after you finish the activity and you know the meaning, you're gonna do exercise 10. Choose the most appropriate words in italics. Okay? And let's go to page 81. Page 81. You're gonna listen, okay? Exercise number 3. Listen to two people talking about their photos. Let me close. Just a second. Okay. You're going to listen to two people talking about their photos. Answer this question. You have 2 questions to answer. Which 2 photos are being described? And 2, why is each photo personally significant? So listen and answer these questions. Also listen and do exercise 4. Listen again and answer these questions, these 8 questions, okay? Read the question first to make sure you understand. I'm gonna read for you. Number 1, what 2 characteristics of Switzerland does Iban mention? 2, how did Iban feel about Geneva when he was a teenager? 3, how does Iban feel about Geneva as a place to bring up children? Bring up, okay guys? Educar, criar, okay? What in particular does Ivan say he wanted to share with his family? 5, when did Jeanette visit these gardens? 6, why did Jeanette take photos of the gardens? Why did Jeanette not make a Japanese garden when she came back to the UK? Did not, sorry. Does Jeanette intend to make the garden in the future or not? So listen and answer these questions, okay? Good. After that, guys, we're gonna go to page 82 to do the grammar. Let's see the grammar, but let's do as I was doing. Let's go to the page where all the grammars are, because I like to explain from there. I think it's more clear. Page 89, this page, okay? Let's understand with me. We are in wishes and regrets. First of all, do you know what is wishes? Something that you desire so much, right? I wish I was in Paris right now. Silly, okay, but it's an example. And regret, it's when you do something and you regret later. Você se arrepende de ter feito aquilo. You regret, okay? So let's read with me. To talk about wishes, regrets, and things that didn't happen, we can use wish or if only plus past perfect. Remember past perfect? Had plus the verb in the third column. Example, I wish I had traveled more when I was young. Guys, this apostrophe D is from had, ok? De past perfect. I had, que às vezes pode ser de would, né? Nesse caso aqui é de had, ok? Had traveled more when I was young. Or if only I had booked tickets 2 weeks ago, is the other option. Okay, so these are used for things like wishes or regret. Next, no, this is wish, sorry. Regret plus clause regret plus ing form. Então vamos lá, tem duas opções também. I regret that I didn't tell her how I felt, okay? Or I regret not studying harder when I was at school. So you have two options here, the ing form or the regret clause, okay? A clause seria a oração, a frase em si. Here in the simple past, okay? Third conditional, remember third conditional we saw last class. If plus past perfect plus would or could have plus past participle. A lot of things, right? This is third conditional. Example, I would have invited her to the party if I had seen her, Or if I had thought of it before, I could have booked a table. Okay, so we have two options also. When we use I wish or if only plus past perfect and third conditional sentences, I had is often shortened to I'd, like I said before. In these situations, we always shorten by I'd, apostrophe D. When we use the third conditional sentences, would have is often shortened to would have, okay? Nas third conditionals. To talk about plans that didn't come true, okay, we can use was or were going to plus infinitive. Example, I was going to go, but in the end, I was too busy. So it was a plan that didn't come true. So you use this structure, okay? Or would have plus past participle. I would have liked the train to be a doctor, So would have plus past participle, que é a terceira coluna. Tudo bem? So all of these to talk about wishes and regrets. Okay, we have all these options. So now let's go back again. Let's go back again to where we were. To page 82. Okay, just a second. Okay, I'm back. So, are you on page 82? So guys, let's complete now what has to be completed. I'm here, okay, the active grammar box. So, exercise 6, actually. Let's start reading from here. Read parts A and B in the active grammar box and write the headings below in the correct place. So let's read the headings first. The headings are these two sentences right here. The first one, you can write number 1 to make it easier. Talking about plans that didn't come true. And the number 2 is talking about wishes, regrets, and things that didn't come true. So it's two different things. The first one is about plans, okay? So you made a plan and didn't happen. Something else happened and it didn't come true. And the second one, you are talking about just wishes. Wishes qualquer um pode ter, qualquer um pode desejar algo, mas não significa que ele planejou aqui, okay? So wishes or regrets or things that didn't happen, but it's different than the first one. Now let's go to the active grammar, and let's see where we put the sentences, letter A or letter B. So the letter A, you're gonna write the sentence number 2, talking about wishes, regrets, and things that didn't happen, okay? Letter A, in a grammar box, letter A, it's the second sentence. Wish, if only, plus past perfect. That is what we read right now. I wish I had appreciated it when I was a teenager. If only I had appreciated it when I was a teenager. Okay. Regret plus clause. Regret plus ing form, like I read it before. I regret that I didn't appreciate it when I was a teenager. I regret not appreciating with ing. Third conditional, if plus past perfect, being, past perfect, would or could have plus past participle. Tem um exemplo aí, okay? Letter B is a sentence number 1, talking about plans that didn't come true. I use was you were going to plus infinitive. I was going to create a Japanese garden, or would have plus past participle. Tudo bem? Então, essa letra B, para falar de planejamentos que não deram certo, vocês vão usar essas duas estruturas. E na letra A, wishes, regrets, or things that didn't come true, and you have all these options here. Okay? To practice, do exercise 7 and 8. It's about the grammar. So it's important for you to do to practice, okay? Number 7 is find the mistakes in 6 of the sentences and correct them. And 8, complete 5 of the sentences below to make them true for you. So you don't have to complete all of them, just 5, just to practice, okay? Okay, good. Now, we are going to page 84, exercise number 1, vocabulary feelings. Like I said in the previous vocabulary, I'm going to make you an activity about these vocabularies, don't worry, giving you the meaning and everything, like a game or activity, and then you do exercise 2 to use these words that you learned, okay? And now, page 86, grammar preparatory it. Okay, let's go to the other page, page 89, to talk about the grammar. Let's read with me. Sometimes this subject of a sentence is too long and complicated to sound natural at the beginning of the sentence. Ou seja, guys, o sujeito da frase, às vezes, ele não é uma pessoa, não é um pronome, ele é uma frase extremamente longa para começar a frase, então não faz sentido, né, começar a frase com um sujeito que seja uma frase muito longa, fica confuso. Okay, in this case, we usually prefer to start a sentence with it. This can happen when, pay attention to the example. It's surprising that so many people threw away perfectly good food. So guys, that so many people, this. Deixa eu ver se eu tenho onde escrever aqui. Eu sei que tem um lugar. Deixa eu só... Aqui. Okay. Look at this sentence here. It's surprising. Okay. So guys, the subject of this sentence is all of this. That so many people threw away perfectly good food. So all of this is the subject. So it would be very weird to start the sentence with this, right? So in this case, I change and I start the sentence with it. Okay? So for example, the opposite would be that so many people threw away perfectly good food is surprising. Não faz sentido, né? Eu começar a frase... Se eu começasse a frase com isso daqui e colocasse is surprising no final. That so many people threw away perfectly good food is surprising. Não faz nem sentido, né? Parece que tá errado. Então, por isso, a gente usa o it, quando o sujeito é dessa forma, muito grande. Ok? Another way is, the subject is an ing form. Então, quando o sujeito também é um ing form. For example, it's worth it. So, the subject here is going to... Nossa. Sorry. Não borrachinha aqui. Ok, hoje sim. Tá. Então, o sujeito aqui seria tudo isso, tá? Esquece o meu risco. Going to the doctor as soon as you feel well is worth it. Seria a frase, né? Então, quando o sujeito também é ser grande começa com ing, in this case, you also can use it. It's worth it going to the doctor as soon as you feel unwell. It looks better. Okay? Another example is, the subject is an infinitive expression. So when it's an infinitive expression, I'm going to also write here. It's important to listen carefully It's important to listen carefully to all the instructors. In this case, the subject is to listen carefully to all the instructions. So, if we write this in a normal way, to listen carefully to all the instructions is important. But I prefer write like this. It's what we are learning. Okay? There are some common fixed expressions which use preparatory it. For example, it's no good, it's no use, it's worth it, it seems that. Esses são outros modelos que provavelmente vocês veem, bem comum, tá bom? Muito comum de se ver usando o it no começo da frase. Tá bom? A gente nunca vê isso a fundo antes daqui desse livro, né? A gente só fala natural, mas você nunca soube o porquê, quando usar. So that's it. When the subject is a big sentence, or when they start with ing, or when they are an expression, the infinitive expression like this. Okay? So that's it. I have some examples with the it's no good deal. So it's no good telling her anything. She's so stubborn. It seems that everyone is booking expensive holidays at the moment. Okay? Easy? All right. So going back to page 86, let's see what you have to do. Let's go already to letter B. Write the headings below in the correct place. A, B, C, in the active grammar box. So let's see, letter A. We usually prefer to start a sentence with it when, the subject is a clause. Example, it was clear that they were relieved when I showed a little interest in the box. They were relieved, it's the clause. Clause, as I said before, é uma oração, uma frase completa. It seemed that she was perfectly beautiful, perfectly good, and perfectly happy. Então, eu vou escrever na letra A, the subject is a clause. Okay? B, it was exciting to find the box at last. It was important to introduce the box at the right time. This is the infinitive expression. O verbo está na forma infinitiva, não está conjugado. To find, to introduce. So write in the letter B, the subject as an infinitive expression. And letter C, of course, the subject is an ing form. It was hard going back. It was curious seeing how nervous they were. Okay? So we have 3 options here. Good. Exercise 8, you're going to complete the sentences to practice. And exercise 9, you're going to complete the statement below to make them true for you. Okay? And to finish, thank goodness, we're gonna do this, then vocabulary idioms to describe people. So do the exercise number 1. Match the underlined expressions with the meaning. So trying to do, and then I give you the answers, okay, right away. In exercise number 2, you're gonna use the expressions to complete the sentences. Just 1 and 2, okay, because 3 and 4 is speaking, so 1 and 2 only. And the review and practice from page 90, okay? And that's it from the book. We finished, thank goodness. And I give you the review from test, for the test, ok? For you to do and correct. Eu vou mandar a revisão e a correção. E aí você já faz a revisão e já corrige pra gente poder fazer a prova na quarta-feira, tá bom? E guys, desculpa mais uma vez, já expliquei que a gente atrasou, porque foi tudo uma confusão. Esse livro ele é mais comprido do que eu imaginei. E vocês viram que no começo eu estava passando um monte de atividade extra para não ficar tão chato, tão cansativo. Então, eu passei um monte de coisa diferente do book e aí a gente acabou atrasando o book e a prova foi, tipo, logo em sequência da primeira prova, praticamente, né? Então, mas isso não vai mais acontecer porque agora eu já estou situada, já sei, nos organizamos, né? Quando serão as provas e tudo mais. Então, não se preocupem, não será mais assim, ok? E é isso, pessoal. That's it. Thank you very much and bye-bye. Let me stop sharing here. Peraí. And bye.